is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, all of the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Klein.
But Professor, we are Irish.
No. No. Well, that clinches it, Mrs. Peru. Sign here. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Fine, fine. That'll be $7 earnest money. Nothing more due until the first installment payable upon the opening of band practice. Ah, thank you. And of course, only the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Well, hello, son. Why, certainly his uniform. And there won't be a penny due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, to imagine, at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow to interfere with the pleasures and excitement of today.
Would it have
A stripe. Why, certainly, my boy, a wide red stripe down each side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can hardly get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. And if you can get him to play in that band, oh, you'll have St. Michael's on the way with you. But if anyone can do it, I'll bet you can. Out of a crowd, I'd pick you for a hod-carrying, clay pipe-smoking, shamrock-wearing, harp-playing, maverick-pinching, terrazon minstrel-singing Irishman, big gobbin be jabber throwing you from me by
Gary, Indiana.
I knew it, Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Why, yes. Gold medal class of '05. How to do, Miss Peru?
How to do, Mr. Hill?
Of course, Peru. I thought the name sounded familiar. You know, I've tried to see you since the other night, but...
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
I'm not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy might have his father's musical gift, and he does have my jaw, you know.
Oh, your husband's musical? Well, I'd like to have a talk with
Do you
him.
burst into everyone's home like this? Prying into their personal affairs? We're not interested.
Marion?
Well, that's 1 for and 1 against. Why don't we let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
I'm sorry, but that's all the more reason why your brother should have something like
My
this.
brother is a 10-year-old problem child who doesn't understand why his father was taken away. Would you care to explain it to him? As for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some carnival men to sell gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Why, Miss Marion, I hardly... I'm beginning to think she likes the idea. Oh, a bit cautious perhaps, but I admire that woman. Just keep me alive and I'll be back later in the week.
Oh, 1 moment, Professor, about the boy's measurements. I make all of his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crouch 14.
Fine, that's all I'll need. Now, I must get back to the hotel.
I do hope you'll forgive Marion, Professor. She's not really...
Oh, please. Don't worry about a thing. I'm sure that at heart, she's as lovely a woman as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
Has he gone?
He has, and I hope not forever. Darling, don't you ever think about your future? Gary, Indiana, conservation class about 5.
Mama, surely a girl's future doesn't depend on every fast-talking, woman-chasing, traveling man that comes to town. And the fact that we claim this commodity in music? Well, in this case, it does not impress me.
All right, darling, all right. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library and ask Miss Krupp to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Education Journal, 1890 to 1910. A large brown volume of black corners. Have to talk. Won't have to talk. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you need books at this hour of the night?
I'm feeling that Indiana Journal might poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
I'm not waiting for Luther Grainer. He backs me in the ancient history shelf every time he comes to the library.
He does?
Or Ed Gingrich in that buggy of his with the removable back seat. I'm not waiting for a man in shining white armor either.